Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and people, today I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna teach you a little bit about CSS HTML, about the flexible box model, the basics of flexible box model, and I'm also gonna talk a little bit about a recently bought product. Very nutritious, very healthy, very good for weight management, very good for bingers who like to raid the fridge at night. It's called the yoga bar. I've got the assorted pack. It's I got this one on the 1st of July. Excuse me. Right. So it's called the yoga bar variety box with 10 bars, 380 grams in all, 38 grams for one bar. It's a very good product. It's all natural, no colors, no preservatives, no additives. They're calling it a meal replacement. I would say it's a snack replacement. 38 grams can never be a meal replacement, so it's a small snack replacement. It's good for binging actually. The binging time is usually the late night, 9 to 12 p.m. So if you feel like binging and you still want to eat healthy, you should go for this. Maybe a bar, maybe two of them, right? But I'd like to talk about CSS first. Now let me show you the local site folder. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this is the local site folder. 6 images inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is the HTML document, yogabar.html. Right? Now, so what I've done is in the body of the document. Give me a sec, guys. There was a brief interruption, guys. Actually, I am lost. Where was I? I don't know where was I. So I'm gonna begin from the very beginning. So we have 6 images: 1.jpg, 2.jpg, 3.jpg, so on and so forth. Okay, and in the opening, closing style tags, internal or in-house styles, very little styles, very few styles. So it's okay not to include external style sheet. One for the body, one for the images, 6 images that we have. These are the 6 images for the different variants of the yoga bar. Alright, this is the product that I bought on the 1st of July 2016. I found it very useful. Thought I'll use it as an example in the HTML CSS. Okay, now the rule for the body says I want a margin of 100 px for the body, border 1 px solid red, display flex. Display flex. Now this may be new to you. You have seen display none, display inline, display block, but what's display flex? The moment you say you're going to use display flex, you're announcing to the browser that you're going to be using the display the flexible box model that allows you greater control over the spacings, the alignments, the directions, and how the elements stretch to fill up the space. Alignments, spacings, perhaps, and directions. So basically you get a lot of control there, more than you can do with the margins and paddings, etc. Right? So we'll soon see how this gives you the extra control. And you need to check the browser compatibility. It's mainly supported in the latest browsers, not very old ones, right? But most modern contemporary browsers would support the flexible box model. So some properties like display, flex direction, flex wrap, and align items you apply on the container, in our example body, and some on the children, in our example image. Right. I beg your pardon. The dog's just gone barking at the wrong time. I need to pause the video for a bit. Sorry about that. Okay. So, yep. So guys, what I'm going to show you is, as I remove all the properties and the values relating to the flexible box model, how does it actually impact the output? Okay, let's save it. Now, here if you see, all the yoga bars are actually aligned to the top and the bottom. The top and the bottom. So basically they are in a stretch mode. So the tops are aligned, the baselines are aligned, and also the left to right, they are flushing the entire body from left to right. This is the 100 pixel margin, 100 pixel margin. Okay. Now since every property and value has been removed and I refresh, things change. They are no longer in the stretched mode. Earlier they were in the stretched mode. Now only the baselines are actually aligned for all the 6 bars. Okay, and the first one is chocolate chunk, the last one is cardamom coconut. Just remember that coconut the last, chocolate chunk the first. Okay, only the bottoms are aligned, the baselines, because this border lets you know that they are aligned with the baseline, the border for the images. Okay, and they are wrapping automatically. Now let's apply the flexible box model properties and values one by one, either to the parent, which is the body, or to the children, which is the image. The body has a border 1px solid red and the images have a border 1px dashed gray. Okay, first property, display flex. Let's see, save it and let's see what the changes that happen. Okay, the moment I do that, you can see they are no longer top bottom. All the 6 of them are in a single line, left to right, like so. Am I right? The moment I apply the second property and its value, flex direction row from left to right. So basically you'll see no change. The other value is column. So from top to bottom, we don't want that. No change. The third is flex wrap reverse. Okay, so I'm reversing the direction. The moment I say reverse, I'm reversing the direction. So the first one was chocolate chunk, the last one was coconut, if you remember, but I'm also wrapping it. Let's see what happens. Now since it's a wrap, you have 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, and remember the cardamom coconut was the one at the bottom out here in the second row. Now it's in the first row, last one. It was in the second row, last one. So the last row has become the first row, and this was the first row. Chocolate chunk has actually come in the second row. The first row becomes the second row becomes the first row. Am I right? That's because of this reverse. You could have simply written wrap and that wouldn't have happened. Also, the top is aligned, the bottom is aligned. The top is aligned and the bottom is aligned because the dashed borders for the images, you can see that. Next one, align items stretched. They are already stretched. By default they are stretched. So I beg your pardon. The moment I say stretch, we can still see the tops aligned to the top, aligned to the bottom. So maybe there was some stretching. Let me just check if in fact we'll check that a little later. And the moment I say flex auto, let's save it. You see this some space on the right hand side here, some space on the right hand side here. That will flush, refresh. That gets flushed. Do you see that? So basically it's flushed from left to right, top to bottom. It's being stretched. It's being stretched. If I remove the stretch, let me see how things actually look. Save it. No, it's still stretched. Doesn't make a difference. So let's get it back. See, we have 2 more values for align items, and they are, Just give me a sec. Flex start and flex end. Let me show that to you. So that's flex start. Let's see how this affects. When you say flex start, do a refresh. You see only the baselines are aligned, not the top. You see the space here, okay, space here. The baselines are aligned. Now if I go back and say flex end, okay, now you see the tops are aligned, the baselines are not, space here, but if I change, remove the reverse from here, now just the opposite happens. Starts with the chocolate chunk, ends with the yoga bar. That's the way it should be actually. So we are saying we are looking to see flex end, so the baselines will be aligned now. This is the right way, nothing is reversed. The baselines are aligned. See that? The top, space here, space here, the baselines are aligned. Now if I say flex start, okay, and now if I refresh, the tops will be aligned, tops aligned, right? Space here, and give me a sec, guys. The other value that we have already seen is stretched. Baselines aligned, top aligned, right? Baselines aligned and top aligned as well. No space here at the top or the bottom. Okay, starts with the chocolate chunk, ends with the cardamom coconut, and say reverse again. Okay, so you can see chocolate chunk is the first one, first row, first item. Now it'll be the second row, first item, and cardamom coconut will be the first row, last item, right? So the first row becomes the second row, the second row becomes the first row. That's the change. See how we can manipulate spacings, directions, wraps, stretches. And we have already seen if flex is set to auto, it flushes left to right the items, otherwise it doesn't. They shrink, so leaving some space here and leaving a lot of space here. But the moment I say flex auto for the children, this space will go away. This space will go away on the right hand side, as we'll soon see on a refresh. Right? And what can I say about this amazing product? The taste may not be very good, guys, but the product is awesome. It's all natural, no colors, preservatives or additives. Has sesame seeds, a lot of dry fruits, dates, bananas. Let me show you the different variants and their nutritional ingredients basically. Cashew orange zest, dates, oats, cranberries, honey, almond, cocoa, rice bran, cashews, amarnath, chia, orange oil. So you see each bar is 38 grams with around 150 calories, protein 3.6, not too much actually. It's not too much of a protein bar actually, it's more of an energy bar. It's more of a healthy, nutritious bar. It's power packed. Very little added sugar, 2.8 grams. Fruit sugar is a lot, which is okay. That's fructose. Dietary fiber, 4 grams. That's good. Total fats, 5.5. Mainly coming from the nuts and seeds. Mufa Pufa is there. Monounsaturated fatty acids and polyunsaturated fatty acids. So healthy fats. Vanilla almond has oats, dates, almonds, sesame, honey, rice bran, oil, cocoa, chia, amarnath, cinnamon. Okay, let's see. Chocolate chunk nut, dates, oats, dried banana, honey, cashew, almond, amarnath, chia. Let's look at the last one. Cardamom, coconut, chew, oats, dates, honey, desiccated coconut. Coconut in any form is a superfood, guys. Cocoa, the #1 antioxidant food in the raw form. The cocoa. It's #1 magnesium rich food. The #1 cash crop, chocolate. So Amarnath, cashews, and number one antioxidant food. That's the raw cocoa, the raw chocolate, that is. You know, the raw chocolate pod, unprocessed, untouched, without any human intervention. That's the real chocolate. That's the number one magnesium rich food, the number one antioxidant food, the number one what should I say, it's it's just power packed. Just know that. Number one, you know, in terms of antioxidants, number one in terms of magnesium. It was also number one in terms of something which I can't recall right now, and it's also the number one cash crop in the world. Chocolate without any human intervention, the actual chocolate pod, right? So it has cashews and figs and sesame and chia and cardamom. It's an energy bar, not so much a protein bar. So it has around 24-25 grams of carbs, very little added sugar. Most of it is actually fruit sugar, fructose, lots of dietary fiber, good fats coming from nuts and seed, MUFA and PUFA, the healthy fats, monounsaturated fatty acids, and polyunsaturated fatty acids. So if you, no matter which variant you actually check, whether you check the vanilla, almond, or nuts and seeds, which has flax, pumpkin, sunflower, sesame, watermelon, coconut oil, one of the best oils, maybe even better than olive oil, coconut oil. People do not realize that. You have omega-3s in the nuts and seeds variant. How beautiful. It's a great energy bar, guys. How can you afford to miss it? So if you can compromise a little bit on the taste, go for it. So guys, I hope you found this information useful. You have a good day. Bye bye. Peace.